Hello, pet parents. Welcome to your July 2025 reading. This is going to be for all pets born under the water sign. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I timestamp below, so you can jump ahead to just the messages if you don't like to watch the process. Otherwise, let's get into our cards. For this group of animals, those born under the water sign, I was feeling sort of an increase in their intuition, their intuitive ability gift at this time. You might be catching them staring off at spirits and your angels as they come around you. Spirits as in, I shouldn't say spirits, souls, your loved ones coming around you. Also sensitivity. So I don't know if in July your pets are going to need a little bit more cuddling. I don't know if they're going to play you a little bit. They can fake things to get you to baby them a little bit and kind of play you that way, because their creativity is also spiking. So, they might be trying to sneak that extra cuddling. They might be trying to get you to give in and say okay to something that they're usually not allowed. Maybe they figured out how to get extra treats out of you. I was trying to watch that word because my dog here is in earshot. And then we're just going to do one card up top here. When I started doing the readings, there seemed to be one common theme that connected all the pets under the sign. So we'll see what that theme is for the water signs here. Now we'll get our other cards just for additional messaging and clarity. And then we'll get into the charms here. I'll just pull the ones that they're drawing my attention to here. Okay. And now the charms. I feel like they want it. There we go. Okay. Oh, quite quick. Maybe they have a lot to say. I know human individuals born under the water sign, especially Pisces, generally have things to say that they hold within. I'm wondering why your pets seem to have something to say here. Especially since I just did a pet reading recently, which was playful. It's all about them filing their complaints and grievances with the pet parents. So I don't know why the water signs are coming here with some negative talk. Maybe they're just talking back to you. I don't know. It's July has already started, but have you seen in the last 4 days or I guess three and a bit last 4 days since the month started, or maybe since the week started, have they been talking back to you, giving you attitude? Okay, well, we'll get into that in a second. Let's start with our connective card here. What's our connective theme for water signs? So they're drawing me into the unspeakable. And if you are someone who skipped my intro, I'll just quickly repeat it. In my intro, I was saying that Pisces sign generally are known for not saying something. And I started saying that because of the charm here. But then we have a general theme here about your pet not talking with you. So I feel like you might be getting some attitude out of your pet this month, unfortunately. So that could be them purposely walking away from you and not listening, right? You're saying, come here, and they're either just sitting there or they're actually going in the other direction. Like they're just not doing what you're saying. But there's like some kind of grudge here. There's definitely I'm getting an emotional like slap, whip. Like they're trying to give me this kind of motion here of like stomping away, if people like slam the door to let you know, like, I'm angry. I'm not talking about this, but I'm angry with you. Like, that's the common energy that I'm getting off here. And I'm actually spending quite a bit of time on the theme card here, but they're pulling me into Metatron's symbol here, which I have on my pyramid as well, Metatron's symbol. And Metatron, the archangel, records everything. So I wonder if that's the grudge here that I was saying. It's like, I remember, I'm holding this against you. And that's why when you're saying come here, I'm not. In my last reading, I think it was it the year? I think it was maybe, yes, it was. It was the air sign group. There was a card that came up that looked like the animals were aware they were going to go see their vet. Their annual checkups coming up soon. So I don't know if that's the grudge. So they're like, nope. I'm staying away from you this month or this week. I know exactly what's happening. I know what's up. There's a I know what's up. And they're purposefully not for it. So coming into the charms here, the first one, I was saying that this is them being upset, leaving words unspoken, which is why I'm saying that your pet may not be vocal. They might just be giving you those side-eye looks, right? The attitude looks, or they might be just full on just ignoring you, like ears not even going back, head not even turning, but they're hearing you, they're listening to you. If you go to touch them, they might just lean just enough away that you can't, right? Very childish, to be honest. It feels like when a young child is upset with you or won't talk to you, that kind of energy here. And then I have my charm with a change in perspective, and this is a pet reading. So this month your pet needs a little bit of help here in changing their perspective, right? So that they're not giving you this attitude. Well, look at the fiery attitude. Can't get more stubborn death stare card, right? My position is firm on this. I'm not happy with you, but I'm just gonna stare at you. I'm not even gonna tell you, right? So then here's the work on your half when trying to approach them and bring this balance back. Try to get the bond back, try to get them jumping back into your hands here. I hope you know what this grudge is. I hope you know why your pet is a little miffed at you. Maybe it is summer. I know people like to get out there and date. There's just an increase in commitments as well, or chores, right? Maybe you're outside more, but not outside with them because you're busy cutting grass, and you don't want to injure them. So there's just maybe you're coming and going, but you're not explaining to them, right? Just try talking to them. They need to change their perspective here because, like I said, they're holding this grudge. I've seen this before. I've been here before, and I'm not happy. With the campfire flames, this is all about focus. This is something you need to focus in on at this time. And notebook. So I'm kind of coming back to the vet visit here. This notebook is kind of like the doctor's record. For those of you, I don't know if you're doing a follow up, right? Because the doctor's the vet here is kind of looking back at records for the progress here, and that's what you're focused in on. What's the progress, and maybe that's why they're not happy with you because they're like, oh, I know what this means. This means more needles, or I'm gonna have to sit on a cold steel table for a bit. The other message, so if the vet visit doesn't relate to you, this is them asking you to go back, look back look back at our history. Again, they're not telling you why I'm mad, but you should know. Look back at our history. You know, if I know, you know. This is a really beautiful. I don't even think I've ever had this card come out in a reading. Um, but look how distant. You know, she's trying to call the dragon here back to her heart, right? And he's like way off over here, and he like looking back at her. I don't know if you're gonna struggle with that. Like if you're the kind that you play outside with your pet in parks and stuff, and they're gonna be like extra further away from you. If you're walking them, they're going to be at the full end of the leash. You know, they're purposely keeping the distance here from you, which is so weird to have such a beautiful card. I'm just loving the rainbow here that's behind and the way that it's drawn, but they are purposely distant. Like they are purposely making sure that that heart isn't filled in here. But he's looking back. The message here was to focus in, look back at our history together, and you tell me what's wrong. You tell me why I'm mad. Oh, look at him! Look at him burning everything, right? It's almost like your pet is acting like an angry ex here. You know, I'm gonna burn that memory, and I hate that toy, and I'm gonna go chew up that favorite shoe, and you know, like they're just um, uh, again, sort of. I'm getting that child that's mad at you, so they have their back to you. You know, they're. I'm just gonna color this. You know, um, the snappiness, like the yes, no, fine. I don't know if there's a way for your animal to kind of express that to you either vocally or in even if their mouth, if they're just doing the motion. You know how sometimes pets, um, cats will like mew or they'll snap, but they're not actually trying to bite at you or anything. They're not making noise, but they're the display of anger here. But they want to look back and, like I said, they're trying to there's this distaste for what you gave them or what you used to do together. So then we have a milestone. So a significant day this month, or the month of July is significant to your family or to your pet in terms of like a traditional, an annual tradition. Hmm. Now they're giving the love and peace. And I know this just passed, so I don't think it's this specifically because they wouldn't bring it up in a reading that the day has already passed. But here in Canada with Canada Day, and I know it right today with July 4th for the Americans, and just like New Year's Day and every kind of national day around the world, fireworks are used. So I don't know if there's a family tradition, if you go to camp or if you have a barbecue or something where fireworks will be set off, sort of with this love and peace charm. Because I don't know what this milestone day is for you and your family or for your pet, but as much as they love the day, there's something about it that scares them. It's like, I'm looking forward to the day, but I remember this happens. Yeah, oddly enough, I feel like they're blowing out a candle here. Like if they could, they would blow this out, right? They would blow out the firework. Um, I don't know, maybe you just like having bonfires in the backyard with your fire pit, but they're like trying to blow it out. Something, maybe they had a traumatic experience once, and so any little thing now they try to get rid of it. But they are very much pulling me into this blowing out, blow it out, blow it out. And with the infinity and with the way they're sitting on the coins here, it does feel like a tradition, some kind of annual. This always happens at this time of year. And they know it's going to happen again. They know it's going to happen again. So it's almost like even this could be a card of like holding their breath and then slowly letting it out afterwards. But it's very emotional, this card, all the blue. You know, their anxiety is quite high here. You know, they're not eyes, but if you look up here, you can almost see like fearful kind of gaze. I'm just going to cover her face to help you see what I'm seeing. But if you look here as eyes, they kind of look like worried, right? Scared. And then she's exhaling, like, it's over, we put it out. So just maybe be aware of any kind of neighbors or anything that might be setting off fireworks or just sprinklers on the top of birthday cakes, or anniversary cakes, right? If you have a celebration coming up, there's something there that's freaking them out, and they know that it happens in July. They know it's coming up. Okay. Another ending on a charm that means magical memories, magical moments, which is almost contradictory to the rest of the reading, where they're tearing up all the memories with you. They're holding a grudge. Then they have this magical moment. It's like they're saying, "I want to go back to magical moments." Like they're getting over it, right? Their wishful thinking is for more magical moments with you. And then we have my larger turtle here. This is wisdom, knowledge, length of time, duration as well. I don't know how old your pet is, but maybe, you know, you're their entire world. As I kind of see the imagery of that iconic image, the old sea turtle with the world on its back. So like you're their whole world. You give them nothing but magical moments, but they're mad at you. So, you know, maybe you have been um, less time with them. You've had less time with them. And then they have this fearful moment coming up. You know, as foolish as it sounds, it could be as simple as their like monthly bath, you know, monthly grooming appointment, you know, and they don't like hearing the scissors or the seeing the nail trimmer, right? Again, the fear, the anxiety of kind of that. You know, if it is the nail trimmer or the scissors, the shimmer, right? The glow, the sparkle that the metal can pick up, right? So it's like, you are my whole world. Let's go back to these magical moments here in July. Well, it's nice to see an initiation, which means your pet's taking the initiation here, whether through this reading, because we have the third eye. So psychically, their soul is linking in with you right now to let you know what they want, which is, you know, buddy in good times, right? Let's be buddy in good times. But I feel like they'll physically do this as well. You know, they will kind of quietly come back up to you and maybe bump you, right? Do a little nudge. Maybe they'll just hit you with their paw and just be like, okay, I'm kind of moved through this. I'm over this. I can see that you're still the same, even though we've had less time together. But if you can, just try to be aware and purposely approach them on this. You know, just explain to them why you're leaving. You will be back. You know, find a way to build another magical memory with them. You know, as they've requested, as they initiated. Please look back at what we used to do, and let's do that again. You know, maybe you just haven't taken them out for a bike ride or a car ride. You know, maybe they're the kind of pet that you carry in that backpack with the windows, and you haven't done that in a while. Like, again, things don't have to be huge and complicated with humans or pets. So I try to do my best to give the most examples, but like I said, there's there's a grudge being held here. There's something they want to be doing again with you. Hopefully when I connect back and do the August reading with you and we look back at July, maybe I'll see less attitude out of your pets, less fire energy out of the water signs for whatever reason. They made it through the annual event here okay, and then you're back to them giving you the kind of love and affection at the levels that they usually do. And then we'll jump ahead and kind of look at August. So I'll see you guys at the next reading.